You want me to hit record?
Yeah, you can record too.
Okay, we're good.
Okay. All right. Welcome back to Spiritual Growth Journeys. I am here today with my younger sister, Michaela, and she's not my blood sister, she's my soul sister. There's a difference. She's part of my soul family. Not, we're not blood sisters on earth right now, but we were sisters before we came to earth. So that's what's important. And we were sisters in past lives. Absolutely. So I have Michaela on the show, Medium Mikala, and Yeshua is with her there. And so just to tell you a little bit about Medium Mikala, she has been, Yeshua has been with her since she was born because I'm not going to go into why, but they have a very special relationship with each other. And no, she's not Miriam of Magdala. Miriam of Magdala is not on the earth right now. But Michaela and Yeshua have a special bond, and he's very protective of her, especially with her circumstance and her physical body here on earth. He's very protective of her. And so he's been with her since she was born. And not only can she see him, hear him, smell him, and communicate, like she can smell him, even like she knows what he smells like. She can see him, she can hear him, she can talk to him, but she also allows him to channel through her. What does that mean? That means she steps aside, he steps into the vessel that contains the Holy Spirit, and he speaks through her mouth. Okay, so when he's talking, you are getting a full-on sermon. And if you all go to Medium Michaela's channel, which is what's the name of your channel again? It's Christ Phoenix Rising Academy. Is that right? Christ Phoenix
Yes.
Rising Academy. Yeah. Christ Phoenix Rising Academy, and you go through and you start binge watching all of her videos, you're going to get all the sermons from Yeshua. Because when I first started hearing her speak, him speak through her, I just like lost it, like totally lost it. I just started crying because it was literally like I was with him 2000 years ago, standing there listening to him speak, because he still speaks the way he did back then when he talks through her. In fact, how we know it's not her is she doesn't speak like that, and her voice changes slightly, her cadence changes, and the way he speaks is not the way Michaela speaks. It's very different. And the energy and frequency of it is unconditional love. And you can feel the love oozing. And every time Yeshua speaks through my sister, Medium Michaela, it is 100% unconditional love. There is no fear. There is no nasty, negative, anything. It's just love, 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 compassion, so much compassion for all of you, for myself, for Michaela. It's just beautiful love and compassion. And that is how we use our discernment to know when messages are coming from source or when they are coming from the darkness. They're coming from a dark entity. Somebody recently on social media accused my sister, Medium Michaela, of channeling demonic entities. Why would a demonic entity tell you to have love and peace and focus on love and be love? And do you really think a demon's going to tell you that? Hell no. Hell no. All of the stuff that comes through Michaela from Yeshua is the opposite of what a demon would speak. Okay, complete polar opposite of demonic stuff. You will know demonic energies because there will be fear. And keep in mind, everyone, the devil will tell you 99 truths to get in one lie. So it might be love and light for a while. And then all of a sudden, there's this fearful stuff of the world's going to end and we're all going to die and you're going to be beamed out of here or some bullshit like that. Excuse my language, but that's what will happen is they'll be doing love and light, and then they sneak in this one little deadly lie, and that one little deadly lie will kill you. It's bad. And so you have to use your discernment, because when you are channeling Yeshua, Buddha, Miriam, a Magdalene, Mother Miriam, Kuan Yin, White Buffalo Calf Woman, the real Saint Germain, Archangel Michael, whoever, when you're channeling the real entities, the real ones, not the dark ones, all of the messages, not only are they pure love and light, and only love and light, but you can physically feel it in your body if you close your eyes. This is one I'm going to teach you all a lesson that I teach all my clients, and that is discernment through the body. Your body is a barometer for your soul. How you feel in your body has a lot to do with the information coming in, if it is good or bad. And so if you're listening to Michaela or myself or somebody else, and you close your eyes and you relax your body completely, just relax your body, and you scan your body when the person is speaking, you should feel only peace and love and light. You should not feel any tension, any icky feeling, any dark feeling, any negative vibe, or any tension in your head or your shoulders or your stomach, icky feeling in the pit of your stomach, pressure in your heart, unless you're having a heart opening. I mean, if we're doing a guided meditation where we're opening your heart, then of course you're going to feel that in your heart. But you shouldn't feel anything except peace. Peace. Okay? Because we're all prince and princesses of peace on this earth. We are all here to create peace. So that is what you feel in your body when you are discerning, and the message is love and light. Okay. And every time Yeshua speaks through my sister, Medium Mikala, it is unconditional love and light. There is nothing else. It's just unconditional love and light. And so I wanted to share that with you. And if any of you guys attack Michaela or myself in the comments, you're going to get deleted and blocked, but the universe is also going to delete and block you in a very nasty way, because everything that we put into the universe comes back to us times 100. So if you send negative daggers or energy daggers at us, or you criticize us or say mean things, or you judge us at all, that will come back to you times 100 or maybe 1,000. And woe to you. That's all I have to say is woe to you, because I don't want to be in your shoes when the shit hits the fan, literally, because it's not going to be good for you. When the big event happens between now and November, if you are judging people, harassing people, bullying people, manipulating people, trying to think you're better than us, that you're more important than us, that being jealous of our abilities. Like, we had an issue with somebody recently who was highly jealous of both Michaela and myself because of our abilities to talk with Yeshua and Miriam and others, and our psychics, because we have our full-on psychic medium abilities. And this person was very jealous. If you are going to be that person who has jealousy, hatred, judgment, you will not be here anymore on this earth at the end of the year. And where you will be going is a very bad, bad place. And it's not hell, because that was made up. It will be a type of a hell in a way, because you will be on another third density planet where you will get to have incarnation after incarnation of bullshit until you learn how to be a loving, kind, compassionate, wonderful human being. That is where all of the nasty people are going. They're all leaving here. The only people who will be left on Mother Gaia in the end are people who can work together as partners in a community, as unity consciousness. People who want to be part of unity consciousness, who want to be loving, compassionate, kind, and respectful to one another. Anybody who cannot be that, who thinks they're better or know more than I do. I have some of you who come on my videos and you start going off as know-it-alls, telling me what oh, well, this and this and this and this, and going on and giving a whole dissertation, trying to one-up me or make yourself, exalt yourself higher level than me. You're going to have a problem, because none of us are higher level. I'm not higher level than Michaela. I'm not higher level than Yeshua. Yeshua is not higher level than us. He sees himself as an equal, as our brother. He is our brother. And all of my neighbors in my neighborhood and people in my city, I'm not any more important or better, and don't know. I know a lot of information. Yeah, I know about specific things I've studied my whole life, and I am an expert in specific areas. Like, I'm teaching a class on crystals and rocks for healing and divination and stuff like that. And I consider myself an expert on that because I've spent 39 years studying it, or more, actually, probably 40 something. I'm 58. I've been studying crystals since I was 12. So do I consider myself an expert in that area? Yes. Am I a know-it-all of everything? No, I'm still even learning more about rocks and crystals every day, because my soul is here to learn. I might be a teacher, but I'm here to learn. And so is Michaela. The two of us, even though we have a lot of knowledge and Yeshua answers a lot of our questions, we are continuously learning and growing, because as I said in Ascension 101, one of the number one purposes of your soul is to continue learning forever. No matter what avatar you're in, if it's a human avatar or a Pleiadian avatar or a Venusian avatar, or you're in a reptilian body, whatever you're in, your purpose of your soul is to learn. So do I know it all? Absolutely not. Do I know some things? Yeah, I know some things. I don't know everything. So do not come on my channel and try to be superior to us, try to attack us. You will be deleted and blocked by me, but please know that I am surrounded by a whole army of angelics who will whip your ass, and they will whip your ass in a very bad way, a very bad way. You will be dealt with on an energetic level that you will wish that you did not mess with Michaela and myself. You will wish that you never did it. So don't even try. Just, if you don't like our video, if you don't like, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you don't like what we're saying here today, go on your merry way without having to do stabbing little whatevers. Because not only do we not appreciate it, but we have high-level beings that are around us 24/7, and they do not appreciate it, and they will deal with you. And when they deal with you, it will not be pretty. It will not be pretty. Okay. And these new age people who all say there is no good or evil, everything is just neutral. These are people who don't want to be accountable for their bad behavior. Is there bad and good? Yes. In Ascension 101, I talk about the law of opposites. The law of opposites. There's day and night, light and dark, good and bad, virgin, non-virgin, whatever. I mean, there's the opposite of everything. Okay. And so is there evil? Absolutely. Does it get punished? Absolutely. My higher self sits on angel tribunals that are dealing with the reptilians and, the Draco, the Vril, the Greys. My higher self has to deal with punishing these mofos, as well as obliterating demons. I'm obliterating demons on a nightly basis and sending them back to source, continuously obliterating and recycling them back to source. So is evil dealt with? Yes. Are people punished? Yes. Punishment is a real thing. So anyone who comes on my channel and says, oh, there is no punishment, we're just all having experiences and it's okay to rape, molest, kill, and eat children 5 billion times over. No. All of the people who do that kind of crap will all be recycled back to source. Okay, there is punishment. So I just want you to all know that. So today, Michaela and I are going to talk about two things, and we're going to have Yeshua come on. Number one is, you can see this red. I'm wearing red too, but you can see the red on Miriam here of Magdala. I love this painting because that actually looks just like her. It looks just like her with one exception. She does not ever wear a red robe. She wears a white robe. They have been depicting her in red robes for 2,000 years. Why? Because they are demonizing her as a prostitute. Back in the days of Yeshua, all of the Essenes who graduated the trainings, including myself and including Michaela, we were both Essenes, we wore a white robe back then. Once we graduated. Now, before we graduated and got the white robe and became ascended master teachers, we wore brown and green and blue and other kind of colors. Okay. We wore other colors. Did we wear red back then? No, because red was actually for prostitutes back then. That is what prostitutes wore. They've been demonizing Miriam as a prostitute for 2,000 years. They put her in red, and even the New Agers all put her in red, red. When she appears to us, she appears in a white robe. Every psychic who's ever come on a video with me has seen them standing next to me, both of them, and sees them in their white robes, not in a red robe, in a white robe. They always say, who are those people with you? There's a woman wearing a white robe and a man wearing, and they always ask. I pull their picture out and they go, yeah, that's them. Okay. They wear white robes. Anybody who's a psychic can see them. People have been to my house and seen them here. They're here. So if you don't believe me that I'm working with them and seeing them, I got news for you. There's like 50 people out there who have seen them with me, next to me, in my house. Yes, they are here. And the same with Michaela, right, Michaela? We know that they're with you. So, all
They're
right.
right there with me.
Yeah, so we're going to let Yeshua talk about the white robe. The other thing we're going to let Yeshua talk about today through my sister, Medium Mikala, is we're going to let him talk about the difference between a belief and knowing. So let me explain to you my impression of what those two mean, the difference between belief and knowing. Belief has the word lie in it, L-I-E, and that is because anything I believe is a lie until I know it is the truth. And then even when I know the truth, it may not necessarily be your truth. It could be mine. So for example, I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm having a conversation with an atheist. I know God. I know there's a God. I don't just believe in God. I know God. Why do I know God? First of all, I can look around this earth and see God everywhere. Second of all, I've had several near-death experiences where I've been over to heaven and back again so many times, you have no idea. I got to meet God over there. Trust me, it was amazing. And because I'm a psychic and I can communicate with God on a daily basis. Okay, so that's how I know God. So for me, God is my truth. For an atheist, the truth is there is no God. Okay, that's their truth. And that is also their belief. Their belief, but they don't really know. And this is what the joke is. Atheists don't really know that there's no God. Why do they know that there's no God? Because how did they prove it? Have they seen God? Have they talked to God? Have they experienced God? No, they haven't. So it's still a belief for the atheist. It's not really a knowing. So you can believe in Yeshua, or you can not believe there's Yeshua, or you can know Yeshua. I know Yeshua. Why do I know him? Because I was with him 2,000 years ago. I'm with him now. I'm still in a scene. I haven't stopped being in a
So
scene.
am I.
Yep. Yep. We're still Essenes. We haven't left that. That's our spiritual practice is we are Essenes, and we are also Cathars. We're modern day Cathars because the Cathars were the continuation of the Essenes after the Essenes were all wiped out by the Romans. So so the thing is beliefs, until you know it, it is a lie. Okay. Knowing something and believing. And that is why it is not okay for me to push my beliefs on you, you to push your beliefs on me, because neither of us is probably right. It might all be a lie. We don't know, because until you know, it is still just a belief. And that is why I tell everyone in every video, I don't expect you to believe how I believe. I don't expect you to believe me. I don't expect you to, to adapt what is true for me might be different truth for you. And that is perfectly fine. But you as well should not expect me to believe the way you do. So when I have people coming on and harassing me and saying, you need to be a vegan, or you need to be a flat earther, or you need to, no, I don't. It's not okay for you to do that. I have my own beliefs and I have my own truths and my knowing. And what I believe, until I know that it's a truth, it could possibly be a lie. So I am going to turn this all over to Medium Michaela now and Yeshua, and we're going to hear from him about the red robe versus the white robe. And we're going to hear from him about beliefs versus knowing. Take it away, Michaela.
Okay. Is everybody ready? I'm going to ground you guys first and to protect us as well. And then we'll get started. Okay? Here we go. First, I call upon Archangel Michael, or Christ Michael, to place a multi-dimensional layered shield of peace, light, love, oneness, truth, strength, and divine support and divine protection within and around the mind, body, and spirit of myself, Michaela, and Kimberly at this time with content of light and love. Next, I ask for our Father, Mother, God, consciousness to abide with myself, Michaela, and Kimberly, and our brothers and sisters watching this video at this time, with your truth, light, love, peace, wisdom, oneness, and strength, and divine support and divine protection. Next, I call upon Archangel Metatron and Archangel Zachiel to place a multi-layered protection shield around this technology that we are using for brothers and sisters to hear us clearly. We only consent to light and love. Next, I call upon Sananda, Yeshua the Christ, to abide with me, your beloved Michaela, and Kimberly, and our brothers and sisters that come in contact with this video at this time, with your truth, light, love, peace, oneness, wisdom, and strength. As I am a clear, open channel for you, Sananda Yeshua, letting go of my biases and the ego so that you may continue your teaching as you see it, with the purest intention of light and love. And so it is done. Let me point out before we go into do that, I do not remember anything of what Yeshua was going to say or do. So this is why it's important to take what resonates and leave the rest, because I will not remember anything. Ready? And I'll see you guys afterwards. Once again, greetings unto you, beloved and holy children of light divine, brothers and sisters of the one source that all is. I am indeed your beloved brother and friend and equal, the one you've known throughout your time and space as Yeshua the Christ. And I come forth yet again to abide with you in the unity and the sanctity of that which is the heart, to honor and love all that which you are, as all is but one. It is within great joy, dear ones, that we wish to speak to you through this, our beloved, about the topics of belief and indeed knowing, for they are two different concepts made by man, dear ones. Does this make sense for you? It was designed by man to, should we say, control society into being brainwashed by the ones of darkness. Does this make sense for you? A belief, dear ones, is a concept that the mind has made up based upon your religious doctrines and your texts, biblical scriptures, and your upbringings and your generational, shall we say, options, dear ones. Does this make sense for you? Belief is not true, dear one. And let us say this again. A belief is not true. For indeed, as our beloved Kimberly has stated, the word belief or beliefs are a lie, dear one, because in truth, the inner knowing, the clear cognizance within you is the all-knowing, the oneness of God that is but one. The belief, however, is completely different, dear ones. This is one that which we will speak on first, and then we will go to your inner knowing, dear one, or the point of oneness. Does this make sense for you? This is what we will, do we say, speak about in a parable, shall we say. Yet again, a belief is simply needing to be justified. The truth need not be justified. The belief is a lie, whereas the inner knowing is the truth, dear ones. Does this make sense for you? It is indeed that simple. It is within the all-knowingness of the truth that resonates within you. The heart of you is the inner knowing, the God, goddess self of you. That is what the inner knowing is. It is not a belief on your text or a reliable source outside of oneself. A reliable source within oneself, dear ones. Within oneself is the inner knowing that all is one, all is but love. When one says, I believe in God, you are not simply saying, I know God, for indeed, that is not what you're saying. You're saying you believe in the concept that you have been taught to perceive from, dear one. You're not perceiving from the all-knowingness within you, the oneness of God. Dear one, this is not what we have agreed to, should we say, impart to you, because we are not simply telling you how to perceive or live your life. We are simply telling you the truth that one already knows within you, dear ones. We cannot tell you, therefore, what to do. We can only tell you to use your own discernment. And what is discernment, dear ones? Recognizing the truth within your heart space, letting the truth resonate with you from within the heart. Does this make sense for you? This is about you knowing your inner truth, your God, Goddess self, standing firm in your, shall we say, power. It doesn't mean that your truth is not our truth as a family, but we are simply saying, and when I say we, there are many beings of love and light that are here with me, that surround you now, dear ones, with love, compassion, tenderness, and mercy to your children of light. That is what you are. When you speak of, I believe in one Jesus Christ, you're not speaking of one Yeshua. You're speaking of the darkness. For I am Yeshua ben Yosef. I am not of darkness, but of light and love. This is something that your societal structures have caused you to perceive. Therefore, a belief was constructed, dear one. Your society has brainwashed your planet into perceiving a deity outside of oneself. Does this make sense for you? Therefore, causing beliefs are within you, and the lies and the misperceptions of man. This is all beliefs are. Misperceptions of man, from the truth within oneself to seeking the truth outside of oneself, dear ones. Does this make sense for you? This is your time to see your own truth, dear ones. Your own, should we say, inner knowing or clear cognizance, dear one. And how do you do this, precious ones? It is simple. Be still and know that ye are God, for indeed you are. Recognize the power within yourself. You need not focus on external sources outside of you, what one would perceive of you or think about you. For that is their own beliefs, and therefore is their own perceptions. Belief is nothing more than man's perception. That is all belief is. The inner knowing, however, is simply the reliance on the one source that all is. The Father, Mother, God, consciousness within you. Does that make sense for you, dear ones? This is you, dear one, the inner knowing that is Christ. And I do not speak upon Yeshua as one single Christ. For all of you have the innate potential to be Christ beings. All of you have the potential to be one with the Creator, for indeed you are, precious friends. There is no separation, dear ones. You are all Christ, if you would allow yourself to be more open to the truth that lies within you. For the truth shall not be hidden from you. Ask, and it shall be given unto you. Seek, and you shall find. But when one does seek, one will be indeed troubled. And why do we say this, dear ones? This is because your society and what you've been taught to be programmed within the consciousness will be altered and changed. When one sees, you will be questioning everything that the physical eyes may show you, dear ones. Because everything that the physical eyes will show you is a simply lie, dear ones. It is a lie. It is a false perception created by you to experience and express. Doesn't that make sense for you? This is a time of deepening your understanding of your God, Goddess power within you, and knowing versus belief, dear one, is simply only found within you, feeling it within the heart center, allowing that love to be expressed from you and through you and for you, dear ones. For you are but love, as I am. Does that make sense for you? This is not anything of, should we say, of your society. They would teach you, dear ones. This is simply ones that are open and ready and willing to hear the truth with the heart rather than the physical ears of man's perception. Hearing it within the heart does not mean you will be judged. It means go within, go within, go within. Go within to find the answers you're seeking, dear one. And have the patience to believe in the love that you are, believe in the truth that lies within you, your clear cognizance that lies within you. For all things is of love. For the Father, Mother, God is truth, and that is indeed what you are. But your societal structures have caused you to proceed from fear, manipulation, power, greed, and deception. For a belief is simply man's deception of their own perception. It is similar to, should we say, having a filter over your eyes, or a blindfold, if you will, to the truth of who and what you are. They are simply trying to guide you away from your true divinity within you, causing you to question, should I believe in a certain tradition or religious dogma or religious text? It doesn't matter, precious ones. That is not the answer. The answer is found within you. It is indeed that simple. Does this make sense for you, dear ones?
Yep.
In this way, dear ones, your perceptions of man, of your need to be justified, or need to belong to a certain religious text, or dogma, or religion in general, dear ones, is what is causing your, should we say, manipulation to happen, dear one. You are the power. The power should not be taken from you. You are indeed the power, dear ones. The power is within you. There is no one or nothing outside of you. You are the power of now. You are the power of change. You are God. You can change it by a simple redirection of your perceptions, thoughts, and beliefs. Believe in the inner knowing that you are God. Believe in the inner knowing that all is one. Unity in Christ consciousness, dear ones. It is indeed that simple. Is there questions for us on this, dear one, at this time?
I don't have any questions. That is very explanatory to myself. I mean, I don't know about my audience, but I totally get it. Thank you, Yeshua.
So we move on to the next topic, dear one. And this is a topic that which my beloved is standing right next to me, and we will address together. Because your society has degraded the divine feminine energy for several centuries, dear one, upon your holy mother, the earth, downgrading it as far as your man's perception. Man is greater than women, dear one. This is not true, dear one. This was designed from mind control and of darkness to suppress the divine feminine energies, dear one. This was designed to control your society into the superiority of man, dear one. This is what is needing to be fixed. Because in truth, the women, the beautiful divine women, are equal to the masculine energies, dear one. We are all one. There is no separation. There is only love. There is only one of us, experiencing and expressing as the multitude. There is only one. there is just, should we say, the perfect love and light that which you are, but your societal structures and your church fathers and your leaders have suppressed the women of your time to keep them unheard, but their voice is indeed important. As we have said often to this, our beloved, and you, our precious Kimberly, same, the power of women, of the divine feminine energy, is equal to the masculine form, dear one. There is equals between divine feminine and masculine, dear ones. Society has suppressed it for many others I love in the divine feminine energy to be suppressed and to be downgraded and demonized and hurt and every emotion that one is feeling. This is simply not how it is, dear one. For your society did not want men to be equal to women. They wanted men to rule over women and keep them under their control. They wanted their power. But assuredly, I say unto you, dear ones, and please listen carefully, when you give authority over to a man, you're not standing in your own power. You're not standing in your own truth as his equal and as her equal, dear ones. You are equally important as another beloved brother or sister. It is indeed that simple. When your society made my beloved many names, some of which we will not get into, but we will say when they made her into the prostitute, which she is not. To make that clear, she is not. Nor did she have 7 demons within her. How could she? Because she is my equal. She is my other half. She is my twin flame. How could she have, should we say, as you would put it, evil spirits within her? She is of the purest heart and of light and love, as are you, dear one. That is indeed that simple. But your society of man and its structures and the egoic consciousness made my beloved out to be a prostitute and out to be someone downgraded by others, being that they didn't want her and her truth and her teaching and her beauty and power and grace to show equally to the men, dear ones. This indeed is what is happening. This is why the picture behind our beloved Kimberly, she is in red, as she is depicted there in the picture. But in truth, she is not in red. She never had red on, dear ones. That was a demonized color by man given to her to, should we say, lower her standards as my wife and my beloved. This is the power of the consciousness of man. But in truth, dear ones, the suppression of the divine feminine energies, the blindfolds are coming off. For the divine feminine energies have an equal voice and equal power, dear ones. Does this make sense for you? They are equal. This is what society cannot stand right now. So indeed, dear ones, this is about standing in your power, embracing the allness within you, knowing the allness within you, rather than saying, I believe in God, or I might have a belief in God. Know it within yourself, because in truth, you are God, manifested in the divine feminine and masculine forms, dear ones. It is indeed that simple. So what you perceive, so shall you get in return. Does this make sense for you? This is your time, dear one, to, as we would say, go within, go within, go within. Is there any questions, beloved?
I don't have any. I'm sorry. I'm like crying over here because I have just for my whole life been disgusted with the way they've treated Miriam in the Catholic Church, because I was Catholic for, most of my life up until recently. And
Indeed,
I'm
dear one,
just,
they have criticized you as well.
yeah, I know myself as well. So yeah, I've been attacked and criticized as well. And nowadays we can wear red because red was never a bad color. It's just that mankind and humanity said at one point in history said that red was for prostitutes, and that was a construct
Indeed,
created by men.
that was a belief
Yeah, it
by
was a
man.
belief. It was a belief that if you wear red, and that's because they associate the color red with women's menstrual cycle, with bleeding and just a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's all about desecrating the divine feminine is really what it's all about. But Yeshua, can you share with everybody about what it takes to earn the white robe and why you wore? Can you tell everybody why it is that you both wore the white robe as opposed to red or some other color? Can you share that with
Indeed,
everyone?
indeed, dear one, yes, we can. This white robe that she is speaking about is in the picture that is behind her that I am indeed wearing as of now, dear one. And I have worn it for several centuries in your time and space. And I have appeared to those who see me and connect with me in the white robe for the simple fact that when you were in a scene, you had to go through what we call vigorous training for years, for 14 years to be exact. I had to go under training to learn how to be at one with everything, to learn how to, should we say, locate, to learn how to be still and know that I am God. Be still that and center myself. I am no different than you, dear one. I am just a Kundalini master, dear one. That is all I am. I'm no different or greater than you. My teachings, that which we are giving to you now, dear one, are a, shall we say, revamping of what was given to me by my esteemed elders and family, just in my modern version, dear one. So one Yeshua did not start these teachings, for they were around for many millennia in your time and space of terminology. It was not one Yeshua. But however, these teachings that which I'm imparting to you have been more popularized with one Yeshua, because you see me and know your perceptions of me, dear one. But let us ask you this. Do you really know the real Yeshua? And the answer is no, you do not. And this is not to downgrade anyone that thinks they know the Jesus character of your church and beliefs. Do you really know the man that walked amongst you in flesh and blood? The man who, like you, had similar obstacles. The man who had to learn how to grow and achieve ascended master status as you would perceive it. Do you really know the real Yeshua? Think about that question, dear ones. Before you answer, go within your knowing, and you'll realize the truth that in that statement, dear one. I and my Father are one, for indeed all is one. So therefore, dear ones, when we speak of the white robes, there are many of us in the Essene community that which we had been learning, and we had to wear these white robes to show our level of status in the Essene community. We were not greater or lesser than another. We were simply graduates of the Essene community and our teachings. We were equals. We understood the alchemy of life. We understood the truth of life. We understood how all things were interly connected by man and of God and of perception. We understood everything that you are still struggling with in your society, dear ones. Does this make sense for you? For indeed, your divine mission is to become the master of your own reality, dear ones. It is not one Yeshua that needs worshiping or to be looked upon as a deity, but to be within you. God is within you. That all is one. Does that make sense for you?
Yep.
There, any other questions, dear one?
This is kind of personal, but I just wanted to say you had told me, Yeshua, that my higher self sits on the Arcturian Council of Light, and I got that confirmed by, I think it was our sister Katrina, who said that before.
Indeed, you do.
Yeah, and before she said that, or before I told her that you said that, she had said she saw me. I think it was her. It could have been someone else, but I'm pretty sure it was Katrina who said she saw me sitting around a round table with a council of beings, and they're all wearing white
Knights of the
hooded
Round
robes.
Table.
Yeah,
The Knights of the Round Table. Yes, you were there, dear one.
yeah. She saw me
You were
there
part of
sitting
that.
there and around that table. And so does the entire Arcturian Council also wear white robes?
This is a loaded question, dear one, so we will break it down in your small increments, shall we say. And this is indeed true for you personally, dear one, for you indeed are a member of the Council of One. The brothers and sisters of love and light that are around this non-physical table. But we will say unto you, dear one, that this is where your society is heading, dear one. If they would allow themselves to be at one with everything, allow themselves to go within, allow themselves to feel the truth within themselves, rather than to, should we say, rely on external sources. This is where some of your society will be choosing whether to stay in your vessel of the physical body or to leave, because it is their choice. But indeed, you are a member of the Council of One or the Council of Light. Receive it, dear one. You indeed are helping take down the beings of darkness as we speak. You indeed are doing this out of the goodness of your heart, as you have always done, dear one. This is not a competition, shall we say, but a oneness, that we do this together as a family. And this is why we want to explain to your viewers, our precious beloved brothers and sisters, that our family is not in competition with any of you, for we are indeed one with you. And what does this mean? When we say we are one, it doesn't mean we all look alike. It does not mean that we are superior to you. It means simply that all potential that is within one Yeshua or one Kimberly or one Michaela is also within all of you. The Christ that is Father, Mother, God. That is all that means, dear one. It is not speaking of one single Yeshua as the only one with you, for there are many beloved brothers and sisters with you, dear one. For indeed, this is a time of great shift and great awakening, dear one. But your society has been, shall we say, shell shocked. Oh, I like that word. As it came through Michaela's head. It will indeed be shell shocked. For in truth, it will not be as it has been perceived, dear one. For everything is coming off. The blindfolds, the unawareness, because in truth, what happens when you're unaware? Do you not go in a state of slumber as if you were sleeping?
Mm-hmm.
When you're unaware, you are simply choosing to be in a state of slumber or of, shall we say, of darkness. But the blindfolds and the misperceptions, which is nothing more than missing the mark and redirecting itself onto fear rather than being on the mark of love. Does this make sense for you? That is indeed what is happening. Your societal structures have indeed questioned your patterns of the, shall we say, false belief, because that is nothing more than man's misperception. That is all belief is, dear one. Whereas the inner knowing is the God itself within you, allowing you to know and feel and be present with the oneness that all is. Does that make sense for you?
Yep.
It is indeed that simple, dear ones. So when you say, for example, I know Kimberly or I know Michaela, you will know their true hearts. Instead of saying, I may know them or I have a belief in Kimberly or Michaela or myself, you can simply say, I know them because I've been with them, I have felt their heart and I felt their love, and I'm going to try not to tap into this one's emotions because she's starting to. I have been with these two, and these two are very precious to us and are very important to us. And these energies of negative that are being directed at both of them are not necessary, but they are necessary for them to understand their own power, as each of you are equal to them. No one or no thing is outside of you, dear ones. This is your choice. It is not one Yeshua doing the work for you, because in truth, one cannot do the work for you. One can simply give you the tools that you already have within you. One cannot teach you something that one does not already know, dear ones. You are the power. It is not one Kimberly or Michaela or myself or my beloved Miriam. It is not us. It is you, dear ones. We have come forth yet again where you perceive yourself to be, to serve as an infinite reminder for you of that love and light that you are, to be the mirror of love and light for you, to know it as you see it within one Yeshua. I am the Son of God, but so are you, dear ones. We are all the sons and daughters of that which is the Father. It is true. Does that make sense for you, dear ones?
Yes.
It is your time, dear one, to rethink. This is what is meant by, in your biblical scriptures, it is known as repentance, dear ones. Repentance for one's sin. This is what this means, to rethink about your missing the mark. Does this make sense for you? To rethink about your choices or man's misperceptions and redirect it into love and light. This is what needs to happen upon your holy mother, the earth, at this time, dear one. When ones come upon our beloved Michaela or Kimberly, it is not due to anything they have done, but what others perceive of them. For in truth, dear one, they're going to perceive it anyway, from their own beliefs and their own men's perceptions of their consciousness. One cannot tell another how to perceive or how to feel or how to, should we say, interact with your Holy Mother, the Earth. But one can simply say, I respect your opinions and beliefs and disagree to agree, as you would say. But one can simply choose to simply love all that which is perfect, that which is you with a capital Y, that which is the Father, Mother, God. Does that make sense, dear one?
Yep.
Indeed, dear one, you know this to be true within you. That we are just explaining this to your audience so that, shall we say, they will know well if they come down upon you, there will be, should we say, repercussions from us as divine beings who have the power to do so. So one need not fear, dear one, for everything that is will be taken care of as it needs to, dear one. For you are divinely guided and protected, and so is this our beloved. And nothing can stop that love, that which you are. And might we say to both of you that we are very proud of you for the work that you have done.
Michaela's emotions are coming through Yeshua there because Michaela's in there somewhere with him right now. It's okay, dear.
Sorry, beloved.
Yeah. Yeshua is actually feeling all of Michaela's emotions because he's physically in there right now and he can actually feel Michaela, her, what she's feeling, everything that she's feeling. And when
Sorry,
Yeshua
beloved.
walked the planet, he felt everything like a human.
I'm sorry, beloved.
It's okay.
But this had to be said to both of you because we are so proud of you. And we know that this society has not been easy for all of you. And we understand and we know what you're going through because in truth, we have been there. We have been where you are. For the ascended masters, as you would perceive us to be, have been right where you are. We've experienced cold, sadness, pain, struggle, emotions such as I just did through this, our beloved. And she does not know until she steps back in and listens to it. But this, in truth, had to come through, as our beloved has said, to show that I am just as you are. I am no different than you. I am your beloved brother and friend and equal. And it is merely that simple, dear ones. I feel things as you do, dear ones, still to this day, in time and space, when I am speaking to this, our beloved, or any others that do this work correctly and serve as my conduit. Does that make sense for you, dear ones?
Thank you.
We will say unto you this: time is precious. To focus on love rather than the ego of man's misperceptions of fear and of darkness. It is time now for you to bind together in the unity of oneness instead of tearing each other apart, bringing each other down. It is time to lift up, beloved brothers and sisters, with your words, thoughts, and actions, dear one. It begins with you. Lift yourself up as you would lift one Yeshua up. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Meaning, treat others as you wish to be treated as well, dear ones. For indeed, love one another as indeed I have loved you. And that I indeed still do, dear ones. I love all of you.
We love you too. I love you. I can't speak for everyone else watching, but I know that I love you. And Michaela.
And we love you, dear one. We love you more than words can say. And we thank all of you for your service to humanity. Because you and our beloved Michaela have been through many lifetimes of service to humanity and have been knocked down so many times. But you have both stood back up and dusted yourself off and continued on for this family. And for that, we are grateful. And we bow before you, dear one, and say thank you. Thank you for everything, dear one, as you agreed to do the will of our Father, Mother God, with us in alignment with you. So thank you, dear one.
Thank you.
And we are eternally grateful to you. To all of you, brothers and sisters of love and light, that we have had the opportunity to speak to this, our beloved, about, and to directly, dear one. For those that have come down upon any of us that do this work correctly, it is not their problem, but yours and your perceptions of man. It is indeed that simple, dear one. We need only read from us still in that love that you are, embrace that love that you are. Heals all things, trusts all things, allows all things, transcends all things, and accepts and embraces all things. Love is God, and God is but love. And that indeed is what you are, dear ones. Does that make sense for you? It is your time now, dear one, to rise above the phoenix of men's, shall we say, misperception, and rise above the ashes as the phoenix that you are, and shine your light upon the Holy Mother of the earth to take down the darkness as it is being slowly removed. It is your time, dear one. Embrace it. Be love, give love, receive love. For indeed, dear ones, we shower you with compassion, tenderness, and mercy at this time. Is there any other questions, dear one?
No, I'm good, but you just kind of pushed a button there because I've been literally beat down in this lifetime since I was a baby. Since I was 2 years of old, I've had people beat me down, abuse me, bully me, push me around, and it's just gone on and on and on up until literally today. It's still happening. I have other adults that are constantly, trying to kick me to the curb, as they would say. And it's interesting because every lifetime and incarnation, this is only my 7th incarnation on earth as a human. Every incarnation prior, I always come here to help people, and I'm always a healer. Every
Indeed, you
time,
are still
always
doing
a
that,
healer.
dear one. You indeed are still doing that. And it doesn't matter what man's perception of you is. It only allows you to be confident in oneself because you are equally important, dear one. You are everything to this planet. All one need to do is rise above it. And when one throws, shall we say, ammunition at you or our beloved, one need only to use that ammunition as their power to stand firm in your truth, stand firm in your confidence, dear one, stand firm in your oneness, and know that you are one with all of us, and we will divinely support you. For you are enough, dear one, even though you don't feel like you are enough sometimes, because others have, should we say, downgraded both you and Michaela, as she feels this emotion. But that's because it's only going to make you stronger, dear one. And it has. It made you stronger. It made you the beings of love that you are today. You have conquered a lot more than you perceive you have, dear one. You are enough. You are worthy. You are loved unconditionally by the Father, Mother, God, and by us, dear one. Because in truth, the man's misperceptions of you doesn't matter. Because like I've explained to this, our beloved, it doesn't matter how they perceive of you, dear one, because they're going to perceive it anyway. It doesn't matter. They can perceive that you're no good or anything of the sort of the man's misperceptions. It doesn't matter because they're going to perceive it anyway, whether they're in front of your face or miles apart from you. It doesn't matter. They're still going to perceive it. but one need only to let that misperception to be used as the rise above the ashes of you being, should we say, beaten down. Because you are the phoenix rising from the ashes, dear ones, of man's misperception. You have done it before, over and over again. And you are strong enough, dear one. This is a test to show you that you are strong, that you are light, that you are love, and you are worthy, dear one. One need only to believe that in oneself. Feel it as we feel it within you. Know well that we believe in you. And we trust and love you, dear one. It is that simple. Does that make sense for you?
Thank you. Yes.
Indeed, you are not alone, dear one, and neither are your audiences that have an open mind and heart. For he who has ears to hear, let him hear, and he who has eyes to see, let him see. This is up to them, dear one, whether or not they wish to perceive one Yeshua as a deity or their equal, as indeed I am. That is all about men's misperception from fear versus love. It is up to them to choose, for one cannot choose for them, dear one. But you can choose to rise above whatever they may throw at you, whether it be verbal or physical or spiritual or mental. It doesn't matter, dear one. You can take that ball of whatever they throw at you and use it as power, dear one, towards your rising of consciousness, of your light and of love. Does that make sense for you?
Yes.
Is there any other questions, dear one?
I don't have any other, but we've been going for, it's 222 right now. It says 222. We've been going for over an hour. So, and I'm sure Michaela needs a rest. So I'm going to say that is good. And thank you so much, Yeshua, for sharing this information with myself and the audience. And Michaela will get to listen because Michaela doesn't remember what happens when you come in there. So she'll get to see the recording and listen to this later. So thank you so much.
Indeed, dear one. And thank you for having the strength to have us back on. Indeed, start up some, we say, dust. This is nothing new because we've done this for over 2,000 years.
Yep.
But thank you for allowing us to communicate to this one, to your audience with my heart. And we indeed love you, dear one, all of you. For I am indeed your beloved brother and friend and equal, the one you know simply as Yeshua the Christ. And I have come forth with my sword of truth to bind all darkness and liberate the pure in heart. And so it is, dear ones, and so it is.
So it is. Oh, you back again?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, so you'll get to, I'm still recording. We're still recording, but you can listen to this later. And is there anything that you want to say to everybody before we go? I just wanted, to point out the one thing that myself and yourself, we both have a lot of how do you want to say, excuse me, physical challenges in this life. You have quite a bit more physical challenges than I do because you're in a wheelchair and I am not. And I just wanted
But
to
I'm no different than you, Susie.
What?
I'm no different than you.
I know you're no different than me.
I'm no different than you.
The physical body, though, we have challenges, and I just want to point out to everybody the reason why Michaela and myself have these challenges. Number one, as a healer, and Michaela, both of us are healers. We bring a lot of healing to people. We are going through these experiences in our physical body so that we can be compassionate and loving and help to heal other people because if we don't go through the physical challenges, then we cannot be compassionate and understanding to other people to help them to heal themselves. So that is part of why we go through these physical challenges. Hers are a lot more intense than mine, but the fact of the matter is our spirits are equal, our physical bodies, everybody's physical body goes through whatever it goes through based on many reasons. And I talk about that in my book, Ascension 101, all the reasons why people have illnesses. Some people have illnesses because they're attacked by demons. Some people have illnesses because their families are mean to them. Some people have illnesses because they're processing all the grief and trauma of the collective. Some people have illnesses because they contracted that before they came in to be learning lessons for them. Some people have illnesses so that they can walk in the shoes of others so that they can help them. And we call that the healer or hero's journey. Some people, like Michaela, I want to explain to you all who and what Michaela really is in her essence, in her soul. In her soul, she is here as a high level angelic teacher of peace, love, and compassion and kindness. And she made a decision to come out of her angelic being that she is, this beautiful, perfect angel with wings, to come into this Michaela vessel and be in a wheelchair and be handicapped so that she can be an ascended master teacher of love and patience and kindness and compassion to all of the people around her, her family, her friends, her neighbor, her teachers in school. Everybody who knows Michaela is learning gratitude for their legs, the fact that they have two legs. Every one of you who are walking this, if you have watching this, if you have two legs that you can walk on and you can go play sports and go mountain climbing and go hiking and kayaking and all kinds of things that you can do, you need to be grateful because Michaela is not able to do that in her physical form. In her light body form, she can do whatever she wants. So she is here teaching gratitude. She is here teaching compassion. She is here teaching kindness and love to everybody around her. And she made that choice to do that before she came in. And myself, I'm going through an awful lot. I have pain 24/7 in my body. It started, I want to say 6, 7 years ago. Well, I've had issues my whole life that I've had to heal over and over and over again. Majority of my issues has to do with being super empathic and taking on everybody's crap, which I do a lot. Some of my issues are learning lessons for me, and some of my issues are walking in the shoes of other people so I can see what it's like. And some of my issues, unfortunately, are demonic attack because they come after me because I'm a bright light. And Yeshua has told me before many times over that I attract both the light and the darkness wants to snuff my light out, so they will get to me any way they can. And so all of you need to understand that everybody around us is going through different types of trials and tribulations, and everybody has their unique trials and tribulations in their lifetime here on earth for whatever reason. And it is important for you to understand why it is that you are going through what you are going through and learn how to heal and process that so that you can ascend, because part of ascension is learning all of these things, learning why do we have these things, being able to clear all these things, being able to heal all these things, and being able to move on to the next level. It's all part of this ascension that we're in.
And we do this because we love you. We don't do this because we feel like we have to or we are obligated to. We do this because we love humanity. My sister and I both do this because we love humanity. Mother
Yep.
Tara and our Father, Mother God, and Yeshua and our family so much. The reason why we do this.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we put up with a lot of pain here. I could have checked out of here
Yeah.
a long time ago. I wanted to check out of here back when I was a teenager. I had already had enough at that point, and I contemplated suicide many times when I was a teenager, because my life was pretty awful up until that point. And it, I was born to a very poor family. I was abused, horribly. I was by my own, family, but then on top of it, I was abused by other children all the time. I was always bullied. So I wanted to check out of here. And the only reason that I've stayed here on this earth 58 and a half years is because I'm here to serve humanity and I'm here to help everyone here. And I will continue doing this work as long as Creator allows me to do it. I will be here doing this
Absolutely.
work and serving and helping. So,
Absolutely.
yep. So we just want to say thank you to all of you for following us, and please go to
Thank you, and we
Michaela's.
love you.
Yeah, we love all of you, and please go to Michaela's channel and subscribe. It's Christ Phoenix Rising Academy, and I will have the link to it in the description. Please listen, because if you want to hear teachings from our brother Yeshua, if you want to hear him talk and teach you, and you want to learn from him, you're going to get it there. And
You
all
must
the
do it with an open mind and heart.
Yeah, you have to have an open mind and heart, and please understand that every message that comes through Michaela is just pure love, and it's all positive. There's no fear, there's no negativity, there's no hate, there's no malice, there's no jealousy, there's no judgment, none of the negative parts of ego, because Michaela doesn't have much of an ego at all anyways to begin with, but she steps fully aside from that, whatever she might have when Yeshua comes into her. So there is no ego in there whatsoever. So please listen to her with an open heart, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. The same with my channel. And we appreciate all of you. Thank you for your support. And if you want to have a private session with Michaela, she has contact information. She only works with people in the United States for personal reasons. She has a list of personal reasons, and it's her choice to do that. But she will work with you if you're in the United States, and just contact her through how is the best way for them to contact you, because she doesn't have a website. So
You can go to my email at mediummikalafb@gmail.com.
Medium Mikala FB at gmail.com.
Gmail.com.
Okay, I'm going to put that also in the description for all of you if you want to contact Michaela to request a session where you can have Yeshua channel. But we are going to warn you, if you do a session with Michaela and Yeshua, they are not there to fix your problems for you and tell you
We're
what to
not a
do.
counseling center.
Yeah, they're not a counseling. They don't do counseling. The only thing that they're going to do is they're going to give you a message that you need to hear for your soul. It's going to be a soul growth message, and it's going to be all about information helping you to ascend. And it's not going to be counseling. That is what I do. I counsel, I do soul readings. Michaela and Yeshua do not do that kind of stuff. They're going to be giving you more esoteric and spiritual information related
So
to your
if we refer
soul.
you to our sister Kimberly, there's a reason for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So just be open-minded to the information she's going to give you. And when you contact Michaela, please tell her why you want a session. She needs to know why, because there's certain people that her and Yeshua are going to work with, and certain people they're not. And not because they don't love you or don't want to help you, but because there are specific topics and subjects that they do not deal with, that they choose to not deal with. And one of them is telling you what to do and how to live. Like, I have people come to me asking me about financial decisions, and I send them off to a financial planner because I'm not going to tell them how to make financial decisions. So it's the same thing with Michaela and Yeshua. There are things that you may come to them and they may decide that that's not something that they want to address because it's not their expertise. So if you want financial opinions, you're not going to get that from Yeshua, because Yeshua is a spiritual teacher. He's an ascended master, spiritual teacher. His message is going to be of the spirit and of Creator. That is going to be the message. It's going to be involving spirit. It's not going to be involving what should you do with your money, or what house should you buy, or where should you move. I had somebody contact me today wanting to know if they should move out of their state for such and such reasons. We can't answer that kind of stuff for people. People need to
All we
use
can tell you
discernment.
is simply to go within.
Mm-hmm. Go
And that's
within
all
and
we
get
can
all
tell
the
you.
answers. Go within or go without. You need to go within, all of you, and start getting the answers. The answers are there once, and that is what I do for a living. That is the main part. When I first started doing this work that I do, it was focused on meditation. I'm a certified meditation and mindfulness instructor, and I am an expert at helping you clear and open your third eye and all of that. So if you want to learn how to develop your psychic abilities so that you can connect with Yeshua and creator and your higher self, ascended masters, your spirit guides, your guardian angels. That is the stuff I can work with you on. So, but you need to learn how to get the answers for yourself. Michaela and I are not here to wave a magic wand and make all of your problems go away. We are going to give you the tools. We are going to help you to learn what you need to fix that issue yourself, because you need to be accountable for your own shit, as they say. So we will give you the tools. I will give you some counseling and help, and Yeshua and Michaela, Medium Mikala, will help you with things of spirit that have to do with your spiritual growth. They will help you with your spirit. I will help you with, if you need relationship advice, life advice, health coaching, all of that, how to meditate, how to become a psychic, what your soul reading is. That's the stuff I do. Michaela and Yeshua, they are focused on giving you the spiritual message that comes from source. That is what they're here for. So did I peg that right?
Yeah, you pretty much covered it.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you, everyone. We're going to end now, and we love you all. We're wishing you peace, love, health, joy, and all good things and miracles, and we will see you next time.